What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. Almost 6 o'clock here. We are live. So any questions, comments that you have, love to hear from you. Always down to talk some birds. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button, sharing this stuff, subscribing down below. Cannot thank you enough for all of the support. But this is the last practice before we actually get into preseason football. Then we're going to get into the joint practices. We have a couple of them before we play the Browns next Saturday. So I'll keep you up to date with all that stuff. But here's the last training camp show. We've been going through with Inside the Birds, Andrew DeCecco here, seeing what he saw. So we're going to take a look at that, some of the notes from today. And as we get into this weekend-ish, I'm going to be putting out some shows talking about the battles, the things I've seen change, all the stuff you need to know heading into this. And look, man, it's 30 days away from defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles football. And I cannot effing wait. I don't know about you sickos, but I'm ready to run through an effing wall. So let's effing go as we count down 30 days away. It's only going to get closer and closer. And I really just think I might lose my mind. This is going to be the longest 30 days ever. So let's go back to back. Let's build that dynasty we've talked about. But it begins here in training camp. So let's take a gander here at what Andrew DeCecco saw today. And again, anything that's on your mind as we go through this, whatever you guys want to talk about, doesn't have to be about the notes. We want to talk about Jakorian Bennett. You can go check out the show from last night that I made breaking down Jakorian Bennett, or you can go check out the clip I posted from a couple of years ago in the draft when I talked about Jakorian Bennett being one of the top fits for the Eagles. So if you'd like to see that, you can go check that out. It's on my shorts reel. There is a link to the full video if you want to check out all the cornerbacks. And what's funny about that show is right after Bennett is Kaylee Ringo I talk about. So Bennett actually went before him in the draft and then Ringo. So weird. Anyways, check that stuff out, whatever's on your mind. But let's take a look here at today's practice. Practice field for the final time. Wednesday, we have a walkthrough. Thursday is obviously the preseason game against the Bengals. The trade, that went down, no doubt. We know all this stuff. Just mentioned that. Bennett is 49 for now, no doubt. Standing by Christian Parker. Booker, we knew. And look, I talked about this. Ty Robinson, Gabe Hall. These young guys going to, be calling for that playing time. This is an expendable position. And sure enough, we got rid of Thomas Booker. Best of luck to him. Now let's get into the practice. Vaughn, Brown, Montreal Johnson, and Byron Young did not practice. And again, Vaughn and Brown, nothing to worry about there. As they reiterate here, as we've talked about last couple of days. Limited, Scene, Hewlett, Keegan, Marshall, Mac McWilliams, Makuba, Matt Pryor. So sorry for these weird ads. I can't get rid of them. So you see who's limited here. That's why we brought in the long snapper. Some of these guys need to prove, Scene and Marshall, Keegan even, that they need to be on the team. Pryor, Makuba, McWilliams, I think will be on the squad. We'll see. Makuba logged his first team drill since day 3. No doubt, glad to have him back. McWilliams was there. Trent Cole was at practice. Hell yeah, one of my favorites. Yellow practice, 75 minutes. Go to the practice observations. 7-on-7 at Dory Jackson with Quinyon Mitchell. So now that's been 6 practices where Dory Jackson was starter and Ringo as the starter in 4. Now, you could look at it as Adore's got more, but to me, it might be they need to see more out of Adore. And that's why you trade for Jakorian Bennett there. So we'll see who wins that job, but got some competition now to add to that mix. Cooper DeJean at nickel, Sidney Brown coming in as they have, and then in base package, which we don't really run that much, Cooper DeJean was playing at safety. Linebackers, Trott and Jod Campbell. Jalix Hunt joining the group. Look, we talk about his versatility. Johnny Wilson having an uneven camp, but caught an impressive catch in traffic, and then a nice block for A.J. Dillon for a touchdown. So need to see Wilson stepping it up that size. That's great, but we need to see development. So positives are good. Keep building on that. Jalen Hurts with a rifle to Devontae Smith. He bobbled it. but got the ball anyway. He's the man. Munden and Trotter with some good coverage. Like to see that. Hurts connecting with Goddard. Had Makuba in position in the back of the end zone. Catching the ball. Hell yeah. McKee delivered a dime to Cooper. Cooper continues to have some good plays here last few days. Cooper beat Mac McWilliams. He was beating Ringo yesterday. Let's go. But having a good camp here. So practice squad hopeful. Maybe he can beat out somebody for a roster spot. We'll see how he does in the preseason. Matt Pryor was limited. So Miles Hinton moves to left tackle. They moved Kendall Lamb over to right tackle. And then they moved Kennard inside to right guard. He was playing right tackle with the second team. So, yeah, no Matt Pryor. Hinton moves in. We got A.J. Dillon here getting the catch down. But, yeah, we know he can catch the ball, run the ball, block, bring a lot to the table there. Attempted a deep pass. Jalen Hurts to Barkley on a wheel route. Nolan Smith in position there. That's what's up. Kuba taking his first set of team drills. Yes, like that. Pass breakup on McKee to Granson. Love it. Middle of practice conducted a red zone drill. Barkley touchdown from pass from Hurts. Texas route. And then Kaylee Regango and Trotter were the ones in coverage there. Tanner McKee dumped off pass to the right flat to Will Shipley. Surged ahead. Andre Sam tagged him. Back to the well. McKee dialed up Shipley again. Ojomo at this. But this time he got a touchdown. Hurts completing a pass to Saquon. Hurts having a good day. Love it. Fired a laser in the back of the end zone for the play of the day to Jahan Watson, running a deep crosser. Ojulari bore down off the right side, but it's debatable whether it would have been a sack. After practice, Hurts admitted how fired up he was that particular play. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. No good on the 2-point conversion. Blossoming chemistry. Hurts and Dotson. We talked about that for months now. It's going to be a better year for him, I promise. Some passes you like to have back. That's what practice is for. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Hurts to be fortunate. Another throw later in the session. Goddard losing his footing. Cooper to Gene picked it off. And I saw that. Goddard lost his footing, so Coop gets it. No blame Hurts and try to trade him, but I'll laugh in their face. Hurts took advantage of a mismatch with Smith blowing past Uche. No doubt. Moro Ojomo, another strong showing. We've talked about him. People can harp and whine about Milton Williams all they want. Ojomo is the future. They will learn soon enough. I promise you. They'll be repeating me here. Same with Jelix Hunt, man. Just wait till they find out who they are. Third-year wide receiver, training camp darling. Cooks keep showing up. Eli Ricks getting the better in their matchup, but Cooks had it today. So this dude's a beast. Let's see if he can continue to build on that. Maybe he beats out Johnny Wilson. Should be fun to watch. Key, fired a pass from the middle to Cooks. Williams, successful 2-point play, no doubt. Probably isn't room for him in the roster. Yeah, no doubt. Lance Dixon is who he's talking about, but a lot of these guys, they'll do good in preseason, but doesn't mean they'll be on the roster. So, hey, we can hope that he makes it on to the practice squad. We shall see. But a lot of these young guys having a good camp. That's what you want to see. We need to be good from the top to the bottom. We want depth here. So I'm all about it. I don't know about you. If you're feeling it, I'm feeling it. And I want this team to just continue to get better. That's all I can ask for, and that's all we can ask for. These young guys, clearly some of them were brought in to play right away. Some of them are going to take a little time to develop. So let's have patience with these young guys. But let me hear what you guys got on your mind. Tiffany starting us off. What is going on? All of you sickos, hope you're having a great night. Keith, my man, hope you're doing well. And yes, I was a fan of the pick as well. You guys remember from a couple years ago, one of my top fits for the Eagles. I am a fan of Jakorian Bennett. I know that shoulder maybe nagging him for the last couple of years. In the right system with the right coaches, I think the kid has a bright future. Little G, appreciate you tuning in. My man, Michael, hope you are doing well, my friend. Hope you guys are all having a great night. And if you have anything, try to get it in. This is going to be a quick one today. I have so much to do, and I have to be an hour early to work tomorrow. So I got to get up at 4 a.m. Not really looking forward to it, so get it in is all I want to say here. But, yeah, I always root for the Eagles, and I like Thomas Booker. But as we talked about all offseason, probably not going to make it with all of the depth we have there. And I know the media is tricking people and saying we don't have any depth there. But you guys, if you watch this show, that's just a lie because we are loaded with Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Ojomo. I know a lot of people don't believe me about Ojomo, or Ty Robinson or Gabe Hall. But I promise you that top 5 right there would make me very excited. And, you know, Byron Young's there to compete. You got Sykes, who you just added, and Evans. That's great. That's fine. But to me, the top 5 was clear as day. Now, Booker, as I talked about, was an issue because now you're taking away time from Ty Robinson and Gabe Hall, where I feel those guys are more suited for the future. And I love Thomas Booker, you know, a versatile piece, big fan of his. But, hey, this is what you do when you have a position like this and you know, hey, probably not going to make this squad. So this was such a great move by Howie to get something in return rather than just losing people at a position. You decide, hey, we're going to get something in return for this guy. Sure, it might have been hard to cut him. It would be a tough decision, but you made the decision easier. Now the young guys get a chance, and you just added someone that can compete for that starting corner spot, which I literally just talked to you guys about on last night's show right before that trade happened. What was I talking about? Probably going to see us trading for a corner or signing one. So, you know, you just have to be able to look at it as a whole perspective here. You know, this team wants to win a Super Bowl. So we can love everybody on the roster and be fans and root for them, but a lot of them are going to get cut. That's just the reality of these things. And it's not Howie not knowing how to do his job. It's just people getting worked up about things and look, man, I get it. We all have our fan favorites, but this is part of the business. It sucks. You can't keep all 90 of them. You can only keep 53. Then you hope, you know, some of these guys, 16 of them can make it on this practice squad or other players from other teams, whatever it is. But it's the crappy part of the business, but I love that Howie was able to do this. This was such a great move by him. So pumped up, very pumped up. And yeah, I hope he does good, man. I'm excited, very excited. No questions, just want to support, no doubt. And Tiffany, you're always very supportive, so I appreciate that. And you're a true sicko, and I love you guys for it. And Gregory, it truly is. And yeah, last night we got more corner help, but we talked about that last night. I posted my clip from a couple of years ago earlier today. You guys can go check that stuff out. But if you have anything on your mind about it, we have talked about all of it, but always here for you guys, always here for you. And yeah, I saw you asking last night about it, but just wanted to reiterate after the show and then after the post, just what we were talking about, what I meant by, you know, trading for a corner. That's what happened, and I'm pumped up about it. So let's go. Let's effing go. No doubt. And I really wish it was. I'm not looking forward to this 5 o'clock bullshit. Waking up at 4 is going to suck. And then a dude from work asked me for a ride. I'm like, so you want me to add an extra 20 minutes? Yeah. We get to see Vic Fangio. Yeah, man. And anytime is a good time to see Vic Fangio defense. You guys know how big of a fan I am. Did my best last year to get everybody on board. And I think, you know, people are starting to see why I think it's the best defense. And you're going to see how well these young guys can handle an intricate defense, but at a lesser extent, because you're not going to see super intricate plays here. It's going to be a lot of vanilla stuff here. So just keep that in mind. We're trying to see the players, try not to get worked up about the scores and the stats too much. You got to know what you're watching here. We get excited in these parts because we're sickos, but you know the media is going to push their narratives and it's going to be ridiculous. But rest of the week, bro, we're going to be pumped up the rest of the week here, regardless of what time we got to get up, right? Because we got Eagles football this week. So I'm excited. Tomorrow, I want to get that one show out. I want to talk about my projected 53, all kinds of things I want to get out. So just keep tuning in. I'm going to keep putting out as much content as possibly can. Eagles want to trade for people and sign people. I'll do my best to get those videos out whenever the hell I can. But it's just been pure chaos in my life. And, well, I'm ready for the Eagles to make it even more chaotic, baby. Come get some. And I hope you're all excited. I know you sickos are. You've been riding with me. We're staying patient. We're getting ready for this effing season. But these walls ain't ready because I'm going right effing through them. But, Tiffany, all of you, every single one, I cannot thank you enough for tuning in here. If you guys got anything from this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Join the family. Share this bad boy out there. Let the others know where the facts are coming from. I saw a lot of people posting last night and today about no one knowing who Jakorian Bennett is, or people Googling who he is to get excited about this. Well, you can go check out my video from 2 years ago if you'd like, breaking down who Jakorian Bennett is. And it's right before the Kaylee Ringo part where I talk about these kids as top fits for the Eagles defense. So we talk about them, and if you remember, having a variation of Vic Fangio's defense. This is the wannabe defense, right? Now we've got the real deal. And now we've actually got Jakorian Bennett. When I talked about, Deonte Banks was there at Maryland. Sure, everybody watched him. But Jakorian Bennett, somebody I really liked. So go check those videos out if you would like to know my thoughts from a couple of years ago, or go check out the video from last night. You can hear me talking about him. But I'm excited about this move, excited about the future of the team. I still think we are building a dynasty. I still think we're winning this Super Bowl again. So if you're with me, give me those 2 words, baby. But thank you, Gregory. Appreciate you taking the time and tuning in, man. And I'm glad to see you're excited. I know I'm ready to run through an effing wall. And can you believe that this countdown, it literally feels like just the other day we were saying 90 days. And now we're at 30, baby. Jahad Campbell leading us to the promised land, baby. Let's effing go. If you guys are watching this later, you have any thoughts on this, I'd love to hear from it. If you guys that are watching now think of something later, you want to talk some birds, comment down below, reach out, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be about the birds. I am always here for you guys, as you are for me. Hope you're having yourselves a great week so far. But yeah, that's all I've got for you tonight. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me, sickos. Go Birds!